The beloved yellow bear that wears a shirt but no pants for some reason, Winnie the Pooh, is finally getting another live action movie. But instead of him just doing some silly shenanigans with his pals Tigger, Eeyore, and Piglet, he's going to be doing things a bit different in this movie. Things like acting on his homicidal thoughts, committing home invasion, and straight up terrorizing people. So, needless to say, this isn't exactly going to be your typical family-friendly movie. And the title of this movie is Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey. It sounds like one of those wacky parody titles that they use for pornos, like Forrest Hump or Edward Penis Hands or Ferris Bueller Gets Off, you know, just some real degenerate stuff like that. And I know you're wondering if this movie is made by Disney because they own Winnie the Pooh, right? Yes, they do own him, but they're definitely not making this movie. This movie is being produced by Jagged Edge Films, and the reason they're able to do this is because under copyright law, any story that's published over 95 years ago becomes public domain. And the year 2022 made 96 years since Winnie the Pooh was first published back in 1926, so that's the reason this abomination was allowed to be created. But I do want to go back to Jagged Edge Films for a moment and just show you all the masterpieces they've created. If we hop over to their IMDb page here, so you can see that Jagged Edge Productions makes a lot of really bad movies. They're a straight-to-video-on-demand type of production company, so they make some real stinkers. You know, they made The Curse of Humpty Dumpty, which I did watch that movie. It sucks. It's terrible. It's horrible. Don't watch it. The Legend of Jack and Jill Easter Killing, and if you scroll down here to their post-production and stuff they're working on, they have The Curse of Bloody Mary, and then down here with, where's it at? The Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey. So it's in post-production. And then they have Curse of Humpty Dumpty 2, also in post-production. Scroll down some more here. And then you have Summoning Bloody Mary 2, Amityville Scarecrow 2. And then scroll down even more, The Legend of Jack and Jill 2. So they have a lot of sequels. They make a lot of sequels. And how I imagine this is going to go is they'll make Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey with Piglet and Winnie as the main characters. You know, the two right there that are in the public domain right now. And the reason is they're going to make another sequel. That's my big brain play here. And you know why they're going to make another sequel? Because Tigger doesn't become public domain until 2024. So it's a perfect time to release this movie in 2022 and then 2 years later have Tigger make an appearance in the sequel. It's just like such a big brain play. I connected all the dots. But back to the Winnie the Pooh movie, it seems like it's going to be your typical home invasion top setup with Pooh and Piglet as the main antagonist, absolutely terrorizing these people, all because Christopher Robin abandoned them. I'm not joking, this is really on the IMDb page. The plot summary says it follows Pooh and Piglet as they go on a rampage after Christopher Robin abandons them. So after seeing that plot summary right there, and if we scroll through some of these images, you can see Pooh right here. This is the infamous picture that's going around the internet. That's such a haunting look, man. The makeup is honestly really good. It's really good. It just looks so scary. And then this right here just looks like a typical warthog kind of mask. It doesn't really look like Piglet. I guess it's Piglet as an adult when he has like the tusk coming out. But this stuff is just it's so uncanny valley seeing this. Behind her in the hot tub with the cleavage poking out. And then you got this picture of Pooh behind the wheel. He's about to whip this BMW down the street. And then there's some more pictures here. A good close-up of Piglet's face. A real nasty son of a gun he's going to be in this movie. And then also what looks to be, I believe this is Piglet again. I don't know if it's Winnie or Piglet, but they got this girl hog-tied. And it looks like that shot is going to be Winnie the Pooh running over a hog-tied woman. So the reason I just read the plot summary to you and showed you all those images on the IMDb page is because at first I thought this movie was just going to be like a typical home invasion type of horror movie like Hush, for example, where the person would like unmask themselves and show their face or whatever, and they'd be like a Scooby-Doo unmasking or whatever. But no, all the signs are pointing to these two right here, Pooh and Piglet, being human monster type amalgamations, like a human pig hybrid and a human yellow bear hybrid. These are actual monsters. In the lore of this movie, it seems like these two are going to be non-human entities, which is absolutely frightening. And it does make sense, though. If you look at all the past work, like I mentioned a moment ago, they've made movies like The Curse of Humpty Dumpty, Jack Frost, all these other children's stories that they're using that are now in the public domain for their movies. They always make like this really creepy looking monster that they base the whole movies around. So it makes sense. I'll show a picture of the Humpty Dumpty thing. So this is the monster in the Humpty Dumpty movie, and it opens up to that Pennywise looking mouth right there. So they do seem to make these like humanoid entities in all their movies that surround what the premise and the title says it is. So it really does make sense now that I'm reflecting on it and who's making the movie. But I really, really got caught off guard when I imagined these as like these abominations in the eyes of God. And since I gave you that whole theory about Tigger popping up in the sequel, I don't know when Eeyore is going to become public domain, but I'd imagine if it's going to be relatively soon, he'll also hop in the movies, unless it's like really, really down the line, then I imagine he probably won't. I don't know if they'll make a third or fourth, but if they do, I really hope to see Eeyore in there. I love that little pin the tail on the donkey little creature. We can only hope that the theme of this movie is going to be Pooh and Piglet absolutely massacring people, all in the name of love and friendship. That'd be a heck of a way to put this movie together, but other than that, I'll catch you next time. Peace out. Remember to keep your hand out of the cookie jar. Nothing good ever happens to the kid who sticks his greasy little paws in the cookie jar.